San Diego at the Super Bowl party. Had the Henny, sipped it up with Terrell Davis. MVP, we flicked it up for Sports Illustrated. I was silked out, Boston was stout. He had the Gators. When she walked in, she lit up the room like Las Vegas.
In your wildest dreams, like what did you think when you got into the music business? What did you think was going to be in store for you? Or where did you see yourself fitting in at that time, I guess? What I'm asking.
Started off as a road manager, and then I was fortunate enough to come in a time in the record business where it was flourishing, and you got a chance. If you knew a rapper or was around any type of rap activity, you got a chance to show and prove. And a lot of guys made a lot of money and did nothing with it, and they just got the high of the money, and now they're with no money. And what I expected to get out of it was an opportunity to do something more. My father, had the 2-3 jobs, and my mother had the 2-3 jobs. So when I looked at the record business, I never got caught up in the shine of it all. I got caught up in the fact that I could actually do 2 or 3 things while with this. Okay. Like, it's just a bigger platform to do the same type of work ethic. And I used to always say, I'm no different than a guy who's an auto mechanic trying to make it happen. I make more money than that guy, but I shouldn't have any less effort because I make more money or that type of shit. Never that. There's a couple guys like that. G's like that. G's reminds me of that same mentality. Like, just because I manage Lil Wayne, T.I., and Jeezy and all of that, that has nothing to do with the fact that I should be taking some time off and not extending and pushing this thing as far as I can. A, you don't even know when it's going to end. And B, don't take advantage of the fortune that you have by not treating it as meticulously and with as much effort as you would do anything else.
Yeah. So who do you think are some of the people who are going to be the next, I guess the Jay-Z's, the Steve Stoutes, and
I don't know. I think G's fantastic, and DJ Normal, DJ over at Interscope, who manages Polo. He's Polo's partner, and Kerry Hilson. Maverick with LeBron, he's just incredible at what he's doing. And Jason Jeter. There's a couple guys that, I actually speak to and spend time with. And, anything that I could say or any advice I can provide them. And I actually ask advice from them too. I mean, they have their fingers on the pulse of what's happening now and whatever they're doing. And, for us, this is what corporate America's thinking, this is what that's going on. And I hear what they, and we, find ourselves having dialogue, and I root those guys on because I want them all to win.
Nas, when's the last time you spoken to Nas? Like, we
yesterday.
Haven't heard too much from him. Okay. How's he doing?
Nas, he just came back from Australia. He's doing fine.
Yeah.
They love black people in Australia.
Are you guys going to be doing any big deals soon, or it's under wraps for now?
It's not anything under wraps. I think that Nas is, Nas is a real artist, man. He's not one of these guys who Nas wishes no one knew what he looked like and he could make music. He's not an artist. That's always been his big thing. He's always wanted to get his music out there, but wish he wasn't famous.
Okay.
So, a lot of Nas turned down more deals than he's done. He just doesn't want to do things. As soon as something's gonna make him extra famous, he's like, nah, I don't want to do that. Okay. He really has that spirit. He's a real artist. He's a real artist in the purest sense of it. And I respect that about him. I don't want people to ever look at Nas and judge Nas by how many deals he's done or not done, because that's not the kind of guy. He's not running that race. The race that 50 Cent runs, and Jay runs, and Puffy, he doesn't run that race. Not taking anything away from any of those guys' artistry, he just doesn't run that race.
But, speaking of 50 Cent, how do you feel about hip-hop beefs and his role in hip-hop? You think it's good for hip-hop? You think it's bad?
I think that when he came into the music business and his point of view was unique and it made sense because he was going through the real hip-hop beef, right? I mean, besides what happened with the East Coast and West Coast and Puffy and Shook thing, he really had something. I mean, there was death involved and bodies involved and
It was real.
violence involved. It's as real as it gets. So I believe that he was being honest. I think now, like the whole thing with him and Rick Ross and all that, that's all just obviously the WWF or
Yeah.
WWE or
So you think
Ultimate Fighter, whatever
you think
entertainment.
whatever helps,
Do I think it helps?
or do you think it's kind of?
I think the world's moved past it. I think the world has moved past it. I think the phenomenon or the eccentric beef thing doesn't appeal to a new audience of hip hop lovers, or just the fact that hip hop and the culture and the music is so big now. It's so mainstream that fighting and beefs and those little niche problems between 50 Cent and Rick Ross, I mean, it's like a pimple on an elephant's ass when you talk
People
about
don't
the
get it.
opportunity. Yeah, so I think he should, I mean, I can't, the guy's a great writer. If he just makes great music
Yeah.
like he can do, then I don't even know why you even concern yourself with all of those other things.
Okay. So last question for you. What advice would you have for, aspiring entrepreneurs on the art of the deal? We hear Donald Trump and all these guys talk about the deal and, what things you should keep in mind. Like, what are some of the rules that you have in mind when you're making big deals?
That's a longer discussion. I would say that, you have to don't think for the short run. And, advances are good and how much money you get up front is great. But those things they can handcuff you if you just focus and you're myopic on what I'm going to get right now. What you're going to get right now gets boring in a couple weeks or a month or two. You got to really think about what this thing looks like 5 years from now. So I would say in any deal that I go into, or anytime I think about anything, I try to think about how would I feel about this 5 years from now. Assuming you're going to grow, assuming things are going to keep matriculating and going in the direction that you're pushing them in, how are you going to feel about the decision you made 5 years from now? And if you could sort of take your mind to see what that looks like and envision what that feels like, if it still feels comfortable, then you should do it. Same way guys do with marriage. Like, what is this going to look like 5 years from now?
Yeah.
Should I be getting married right now? Do I want to have a kid right now? Like, what is this going to look like? Like, use that same, like, what is it going to look like as time goes on? And that, the lust and the emotional satisfaction that money provides you immediately allows you to not have that point of view. And a lot of people get caught up in that instant attraction of what's going to happen tomorrow morning when I sign this deal, and not think about what's going to happen 5 years from now.
Got it. All right, words of wisdom from Steve Stoute. You heard it here. It's the Life Files. And we're going to let Steve go back downstairs. There's 5 deals waiting downstairs. Life Files, we're out of here.